Legendary referee Joe Cortez, good to see you in Vegas. A former fighter, actually champion Golden Gloves. Huge fight, big fight, Canelo Chavez. You've been a part of a lot of big fights. Tell us about this fight.
Well, this is going to be a very interesting match for the simple reason. These guys are fighting for pride and honor. And they're going to give it all they have, you know. They both have issues with each other as far as who's the better of the two, representing Mexico. And of course, you know, Julio with his father, legend, Hall of Fame fighter.
Yeah.
You know, he has a lot to live up to. And so he's going to give it all he has. Fans are a little bit bitter with Julio for the simple reason that, you know, he hasn't been that disciplined throughout his career. But lately he's been, you know, trying to come back and stay focused with his training. He has National Bearing String as his trainer for the last 8 weeks. And they say he's very disciplined. Coming down from the weight that he was probably above 180 pounds, the catch weight that he got to make on Friday, 164.5 pounds. It's difficult to come down to that weight, but apparently he said he doesn't have any issues with that.
Yeah.
But sometimes in boxing, that can take a lot away from you. So if he comes in a little bit overweight, or if he comes in making the weight, he feels weak, then he has to change his fight plan. If he feels weak, then the best thing for him to do is come out there and try to knock out Canelo in the early rounds. Because after the 6th, 7th round, he may not have the stamina that he normally would have. But when you come in, you drain yourself down to that weight, it's difficult. Now, on the other side, the flip side, Canelo has got to go up on weight. He's never fought above 155 pounds. So that extra weight that he's going to have for this fight at 164.5, and plus, you know, the weight that they're going to put on overnight, which will probably be another 10, 15 more pounds, he may be a little sluggish. So therefore, the speed that he normally has, he may start fading after the 5th or 6th round. So it depends who's going to fade first. So it's like a little toss-up.
The weight could play in either guy's favor. You never know.
Yeah, the weight could play a lot in the favor of who's going to win. But a lot of this is mental as well. Physically, it means a lot. But mentally, if you don't have it mentally, you're a loser. So these guys today, you know, this at the weigh-in, at the press conference, that they were kind of relaxed. They were very confident as they were speaking. They're probably saying to themselves, I got to keep myself under control, because if I lose control in the ring, that's where you're going to make mistakes. Well, in boxing, once you start making mistakes, you keep yourself open for shots. So I think they're trying to focus more defense and making the weight.
Chavez's father, legendary Julio Sr., did you referee some of his fights?
I refereed Julio on 6 occasions, the father.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
It was an honor refereeing a legendary fighter like himself. And I remember doing some of the fights where he fought. I remember Craig Allen. We had 136,000 fans.
Wow. You did that one?
Yeah, that was the largest crowd.
What was that like? That must have been crazy.
That was a great experience and an honor. You know, something I got to pinch myself. I mean, the fight I did Julio with 65,000 fans with Canelo Whitaker at the Alamo Dome.
That was awesome.
That was another great fight.
Yeah.
And,
what is it?
And of course, you know, Oscar De La Hoya when he fought Julio the first time, which I refereed as well, but I had to stop when Julio had a big cut over his eyes. So
you're very much intertwined within this promotion without them knowing. Like the De La Hoya fight, for example, that was a very like emotional fight, almost the passing of the torch type fight. Was that the one where he left on his stool and was bloody? And
no, this one, the first one, where he got cut up and from a hard jab in the first round, and Julio couldn't see. There was so much blood coming out. He stopped it 3 times, take him to the doctor, and then Dr. Flippo Mansky at the time said, Joe, that's it, we stopped it, and for the safety of the fighters. But, you know, Julio, his son, is a fighter that has the height and the reach. If he could keep Canelo at bay, that'd be to his advantage. But if he tries to slug with a slugger, you're looking for trouble.
Is it a surreal experience when you have 2 Mexicans fighting, they're superstars, and the fans are going crazy, and you're in the middle of it? I mean, what's that like for you as a ref?
Well, you know, as a referee, I know Kenny Bayless is a top referee. He's one of my colleagues that I helped break into a top referee. He's shown throughout the years that he has what it takes. He's good under the pressure. He's done 68 World Championship fights going back to 1994 when he first started. So he's doing a great job. I have a lot of confidence in him as a referee, and of course I have a lot of confidence in the 3 judges that were selected by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. That's Adelaide Bird, Dave Moretti from Nevada, and Glenn Feldman from Connecticut. So I think we have a good team of officials working the fight Saturday night.
Kenny Bellis used to tell me that when the fight comes, it's almost like you have to train yourself, like you have to mentally get ready as the days go by. Is that true? You have to be that focused?
Exactly. As a referee, no matter what fight it is, whether it's 4 rounders or championship fight, you have to prepare yourself physically and mentally. And Kenny, being a physical head teacher before he retired, he learned how to keep himself in good physical shape. You can see he's nice and lean, always in good shape, always moving around the ring, which is what he's supposed to be doing as a referee. And he's focused 100% for this fight, so he knows that he has to always be in great condition. And I guarantee you, Saturday night, you're going to see Kenny at his best.
Just a few more questions. Canelo, is he like a typical Mexican fighter? How would you describe his style? What do you like about him?
Well, Canelo has a good style. You know, he's a Mexican fighter. They both are, aggressive. You're going to see 2 Mexican fighters, 2 warriors. He's a fighter, yes, he can come forward, but he's learned how to keep himself focused and not get out of control and throw wild punches. He's kind of learned how to be a good slugger, boxer type of a fighter.
Got you. Him and Chavez Jr., what should each guy do to focus on to win, do you think?
Well, like I said before, these fighters have to be very focused as far as who's going to be the best at that night. I'm sure this whole week they're thinking a lot about what they're going to be doing in this particular fight. If plan A doesn't work good, you got to go have plan B ready. Plan C, yes, cuts occurred. Then you got to start thinking, how do I change my plan? Do I slug it out more to try to stop my opponent because he got cut? If he got cut from a punch, it's one thing. If you get cut from accidental headbutt, to go to the scorecard, you have to try to get a quick start at the beginning, get the lead, because in case there is a cut from an accidental headbutt, you got to go to the scorecard. Who's ever had wins. I always tell fighters, if you're going to win the fight, try to get the lead, get up to a quick start. I'm helping Yahoo Blanco.
Because he had a fight in Mexico, did you see it?
Yeah, he won by knockout. He's a young kid coming up out of Maryland, and we have a fight game called the People's Champion. Yeah. And that's a fight game that's coming out.
What's it like when you advise Yahoo? What do you try telling him?
Well, you got to be, first of all, you got to be mentally prepared, you got to be physically prepared. If you're not in good condition for any fight, you can be the greatest fighter, but if you get tired in 2 or 3 rounds, you have nothing left, you're going to get hurt. So I tell fighters, keep yourself in good physical condition, make sure you follow the protocol to be at the top of your game at all times.
And Yahoo's coming back May 13th, right, in Tijuana?
Yeah, it's going back to Tijuana.
Okay, thanks a lot. We'll check you out.